doing a live stream already. You could wait till I've woken up a bit.
How many years would that take?
How many years would it take? 5.
Thank you.
You've got a runny nose, by the way. Wrong side. You got snot on your fingers. Oh, Boaty's World is live. I've just had a notification.
Oh, well, you would do.
How cool is that?
There we are. Right, now.
God, why am I so tired suddenly? It's being with you, that's what does it.
I'm really tired, but...
It's not being with me that does that.
Yeah, it's been a hard weekend.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a hard week and a hard weekend. And I am pretty tired. Okay, right.
Are you eating again?
Sit. I'm not eating for the very first time. This is not the first time in history that I've eaten.
No, that's why I said, are you eating again?
Well, yeah. Yeah, so I ate yesterday. I ate the day before.
You ate about an hour ago.
What's your favourite thing to eat cold? Something that's served hot normally, but your favourite thing to eat cold?
Egg fried rice.
Okay.
I don't know if it's my favourite thing, but it's just something that I don't mind cold. What's your favourite thing to eat hot when it should be cold?
Oh.
That was more difficult, isn't it?
My favourite thing to eat hot that should be cold? Lettuce.
Lettuce.
Yeah. Yeah. I like... if I was making a burger, then I like finishing off the onion in the burger grease.
Yeah.
With shredded lettuce.
All right. Do you not like a bit of raw onion?
Sometimes. But on the whole.
I made burgers the other day.
Did you?
And I recreated my weird burger with cream cheese. And it wasn't anywhere near as nice. I was really disappointed. Anyway, so as you've got a live stream on the go, I might as well have a look, hadn't I? See if there's anything interesting.
We're supposed to be having a full and frank business discussion.
Should we do that now then?
Well, whenever you're ready.
Well, I'm up for it.
Okay.
Hey, what do you suggest? What kind of business? We're having a business discussion.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Where we discuss and plan the future of our alleged business.
Alleged, yeah. Right, well, what we've already done today is a start then, isn't it? Yeah, very positive start. Now we can get to the caravan without getting our feet dirty.
That's not the positive thing. That doesn't help or impact on
It does. Are you not happy to have been able to walk to the caravan without getting dirty feet? Just because you didn't do it. You didn't do it, you didn't think of it. I stood there and did it while you said, I'm not doing that. Manual labour's for other people.
I did say those things. Well, I'll repeat what I said, that it wouldn't have been top of my priority list. So, top of my priority list, we were doing something that potentially earned us money. And if we were going to piss about with the caravan, my priority would be getting it level and getting it more easily accessible. So it's not an obstacle course. So you could just walk to it. You don't have to climb over things.
Well, that would mean moving that car.
Yeah. Well, it would now. I don't understand why you did it like this in the first place.
Why? What do you mean, why? Why wouldn't I have done?
Well, why not do it
Well,
properly?
I should have actually had that car against that wall. So you could walk down the side of it, is that what you mean?
No, I mean that you should have had the caravan level.
Right.
and allowed a little bit of room between the front of the caravan and the back of the car.
Yeah, but that would be more space taken up, of which I don't really have a great deal of.
Of which I don't really have a great deal of.
Yeah.
That's one too many of. Really. I would argue.
I suppose the caravan could be sort of twisted over this way slightly so that there's a gap between the hookey bit and that car.
Yeah, but then you won't be able to get into the loo. My ears have just gone funny with blowing my nose.
Yeah. So then we're having a business discussion, which presumably has already started.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, would you?
And there's no secrets here.
No secrets at all.
No secrets here at all.
Nothing up your sleeves.
Nope.
Where
Except my arms.
Where did Napoleon keep his army?
I love a joke that doesn't need the punchline.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a strange pain in my head.
Right.
And I think I'm sure I've caught it off of you.
Well, I've got strange pain in my ass, so your nose is very red.
Is it?
Yeah. Have you been suffering from hay fever or a cold?
Well, I didn't think there'd be pollen about at the moment.
Right. Leftover lunch.
Well, hello, Alistair Stewart and the Greenwood and Steve Culg. And to all chat past, present and future, says the Greenwood.
Why don't you do your new live stream technique so I can learn from you in real life?
You can't learn it from me because I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
It wouldn't work.
We've dispelled that rumour.
What? Oh, right, yes, I see. Yeah, Boaty's on to me.
We know the truth now.
He knows I'm an evil genius after all.
Yeah.
So what's the plan then? Come on, propose something. You said should we do some business talk, and I said yeah, and then you said should we do it as a live stream, and I said yeah. And have you started? No.
Okay. Let's change the kind of cars that we buy.
Okay, from cars that need work to cars that don't need work.
That was me being tactful. I'm now going to be more direct.
Okay.
Let's change the kind of cars that you buy.
Okay. Well, the kind of cars that I buy. Are you sure you want to go down that route?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not saying that they're all bad.
No. You can't really, can you? Because most of the ones that have sold have been the ones that I bought.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they are.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they are.
We did this the other week and we found out that more of mine had sold than yours. We did.
Right, okay, let's do it again.
Okay.
Right, let's not miss anything out this time. The first car that we sold was Derek.
So you said, yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, mine.
Derek was a 25 that we bought from Kevin.
Yeah.
You used it for a bit to justify actually paying the money that we paid for it.
Yeah, but that's my car that we sold. That goes down as one of mine. Because you were walking away from it. And at the last minute I said, no, come on, we'll buy it.
Well, I didn't say, no.
You did!
Right, that car, then yeah, you can have the credit for buying it.
Yeah, thank you.
I get the credit for selling it.
Whatever, we're not arguing about that.
Right, okay, what's the next one? The Codfather?
How do you get the credit? Oh yeah, okay, you did sell it.
Yeah.
Codfather?
Yeah.
Was that the next one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, that was mine.
That was mine.
Really?
Well, who bought it?
Well, we did as a company.
Yeah. Who found it? Who
You.
negotiated the price?
You.
Yeah. So I did that. We bought it as a company. Who sold it?
Me.
Me.
And you, oh.
Yeah, me.
I named it and it sold because of the name.
What was after that?
And it's the second best name we've ever come up with.
It was one of the least complicated names that you've come up with.
It's only been beaten by one name. There's only one name ever better than that.
Toby Charles.
No, Ronnie Pickering. Toby Charles is stupid now.
The Ignition Blue Twin Z Streetwise.
Yeah, we sold that.
I actually credit slightly there to Joe as well because he found it.
Right.
He found it. I went and saw it, declined it, spoke to you, and you said, no, go back and get it.
Ah, so it's mine.
Well, sort of. You could say that. I went and picked it up. I rode down my bike, and I remember what the gaffer tape was on the handlebars. That was to keep my keys in place.
Right, you missed out Fanny.
Oh, yeah. I wonder why. Because you bought it,
Yeah,
and
Fanny.
you sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Are we keeping score here?
Yeah, it's 5-2 to me.
5-2
Yeah.
on 4 cars.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I got a bonus point for naming the Godfather.
All right, so the Codfather, I bought it. I negotiated the price. I then sold it, but you get a point because you named it.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take that then. Thank you very
We
much.
cannot have a serious business discussion.
Rover 623. I bought it.
Yep.
What else have we sold? Well, all right. Let's also go the other way. Right. Let's look at the cars that haven't sold. Right.
It's easy to do ones that have sold first.
Fred the Shed. Who
Yeah.
bought that?
Me.
Right. Dented Doris. Who bought that?
Me.
Dented Daisy. Who bought that?
Me.
Right. Michael Jackson's sister. Janet Jackson. Who
Right.
bought that?
Me.
Right. Are we seeing something here? Are we starting to see a pattern?
What about the Land Rover?
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, but I went and bought it. But the best thing about this for you here is that you found it, I bought it, and shouldn't have done because it didn't turn out to be quite as good as expected.
Oh, we should have bought that car.
Right, okay.
We absolutely should have bought that car. And I'm going to do a great thing with it.
I am very much looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know I'm going to break down. I'm going to be stranded in the middle of it.
That's not what I was thinking.
Oh, what were you thinking?
Well, no, it'd just be good to get rid of it.
All right.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
You like it?
You see, that's what you get for eating 2 lunches.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah.
No one's going to believe I had 2 lunches.
They will when they see the lunch video.
No one's going to watch the lunch video.
Oh, somebody will.
Who's going to watch the lunch video that proves that I didn't eat 2 lunches?
It proves that you did eat 2 lunches.
But I didn't. Anyway.
Oh, are we going to get onto the fundamental concept of proof again?
Yeah, you can do that. So what are we going to do to change our business model then?
Right. Change the type of cars that we buy.
That's the way it started.
Yeah.
From or more specifically, the kind of cars that I buy.
Yeah.
And then we went off on a tangent now to
Yeah.
something else, right? So
Yeah.
how do we avoid getting that same conversation again?
How do we avoid getting that same conversation again? Well, let's move it on. Let's agree that that is a business tactic we will employ moving forward.
Right, but that doesn't really complete it, does it? From what to what? We're going to change the type of car that we're buying.
Right,
In other words-
you know that we have a 3-way secret messenger thing going
Yep.
with the secret unknown banker.
Mm.
Right. So what I'm going to suggest is that every time you say, what about this? Or put up a picture of a car, or say, I've been offered this, what about if we just automatically say no?
Yeah, all right. Except for the ones that turned out to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, well, okay. What about if we come up with some kind of forfeiture system? So that if any of us choose a car to buy and it's not sold within a month, we have to pay a forfeit.
How about you take Dented Doris home with you and sell it and leave dangerous Not too dangerous here.
I'll do that next week.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got too much diesel in him to leave him. Because you'll use him.
I
You won't.
don't have a diesel car.
No, you'll just use the car.
Would I?
Yeah, it's got diesel in it.
Oh, because I don't use my brakes, you mean?
No, just you wouldn't be bothered about the lack of brakes. You just think, oh, free diesel. You'll be skint. You'll have no money to put fuel in wet leg, and you'll think, well, there's a car there with half a tank of fuel in it. That'll do me.
Wet leg's really good on fuel.
She's not bad, is she?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Have you sorted the clock and the radio yet?
No.
Fucking hell.
Oh no, look, got around to it. Got other things to be doing that nobody believes me on.
Oh, people believe you.
Yeah.
They just don't think the things that you're doing are the things that they think you should be doing.
Oh well, you're always gonna have that, aren't you?
Well, you are, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm always going to have it. Right, so, okay.
Hello, darlings, and in today's exciting episode of Mustard Doesn't Want to Be Skint Anymore and he's going to build a thriving business, I'm going to make a robot out of coat hangers and... What do you mean I'm not doing what I should be doing?
That's a good idea, though.
Making a robot.
Well, having experiments for YouTube stuff, yeah, definitely. That's a good thing. And I will come back to that.
Right, okay.
That was one of my favourite moments when I had the robot walking down the yard.
Right. And well done, you.
Well, thank you. I hope you mean that sincerely.
Oh, yeah.
I wish you did.
I believe in being sincere, whether you mean it or not.
I know. So then the cars that you suggest,
yes,
and the banker,
which are in yeah, well, the banker suggestions are normally questionable at best.
They are usually. Is it really worthwhile? Is it worth doing the work on this? Aren't they?
No, yeah, and the answer is invariably no. Yeah. I mean, my God, you might think that we're bad at choosing vehicles, but if our sales fleet was left to the unknown banker, we could be in hot water. Okay, so we need to streamline our...
Right, let's talk through what we've got then and what we're going to do about them.
Oh, okay.
Right, so Doris I put up for sale today.
Yeah, well done.
I shall do exactly the same thing with exactly the same ad for Daisy. I won't bother changing the pictures because they look exactly the same.
Right.
Bertrand, what? Janet Jackson. There's a plan for Janet Jackson, of course.
There is a plan, yeah. Which I'm on board with.
Yeah, you're on board with, but we haven't told anyone about it.
How likely is it to happen?
Very likely, I reckon.
Right. We've got to do some work. Right, okay. We've got to get some work done on it, haven't we?
Yeah, the sills.
Right, and is that part of the deal? We're doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so where are we on that?
Allegro Man is doing it next month.
Right, when?
Not sure exactly, but that is apparently what's happening.
Okay. Right, well, let's make it your job to keep on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
Not let him forget.
Mm.
You know, just... Have you ever played Naughty Woodland Creatures with Mrs. Mustard?
I don't know what it is, to be honest. I'd like to say yes, but I don't know whether I have or not.
I always wanted to play Naughty Woodland Creatures with the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty.
Did you?
And she would never, ever do it.
So is this relevant to our business conversation?
No matter how much I badgered her.
Right, okay.
It kind of is relevant because I was going to suggest that you keep badgering Allegro Man and that just popped into my mind. The idea of you and the Allegro man playing naughty woodland creatures together.
Why do people blame me for things not getting done?
Well, you can't blame me. I'm only here 1 day a week.
Yeah, that's true.
So this could be
Yeah,
your...
the one bit of opportunity we have to be productive, and you get distracted by naughty woodland creatures and things like that.
Well, I mean, this is my day off, so it might as well be your day off as well.
Oh, right, I see. Well, that'll help, won't it? I know. Let's have a business together. Yeah, let's meet up and do our business on our day off. That's properly washing your hands of any responsibility. Right, so there we go. We had the 3 25s then. We got another 25 with the rusty bonnet.
Oh, yeah. That one.
Rodney.
Right. So that needs to be advertised, doesn't it?
Right, so we just bung that one straight up as it is with a bonnet supplied.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So that's all it is, that car, and you get a bonnet with it.
Yeah.
I could put the bonnet on if you like, but I'm not painting it.
No, don't do that then.
No, I don't want to do that, because to do it properly is then...
What are we going to do with the sunroof? Are we going to take the tape off?
Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. I think it looks pretty weird and horrible with the tape on there.
Is it going to rip all the lacquer off though if we take the...
If I warm it up enough, maybe not. If I warm it with lots of soapy water and stuff like that, maybe I can prise the whole lot off without really creating any kind of issue. The thing is, it's not nice, is it?
It's not.
It's not. It might not even be leaking that badly.
There's no evidence of there being a horrendous leak.
No, I think I found
there's a little bit of evidence of a little bit of water ingress.
But it is a Rover 25. Hello. True Crime UK. Gosh, that sounds like trouble.
Oh, Joe's here.
Cars with JC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, I'd like an update, please. I saw your post this morning, and then it seemed to have disappeared.
Is that what you're going to do? Just wait for an update off him now?
No, we'll carry on with our business discussion.
Well, this is just making decisions on cars that we have. So if we do all of those and have a firm idea together, so that I'm not doing the wrong thing.
Okay. Right. So we've So the 623, that is now booked in.
Yeah.
Right. What else can be done to that in the meantime?
Cleaned.
Right. Isn't there a front fog light insert that needs painting?
There is actually, yeah, and the battery needs securing. That's going to be about it, really, I think.
So those are two little jobs that could be done before it goes in for the big work.
Yeah.
And I will liaise with the potential new owner and
I'm begging to carry on being nice.
Let her know what the situation is.
Sorry, your line makes my eye twitch.
Okay, so what else have we got? Oh, right. Land Rover.
Yeah.
Need to get that broken spring done?
Yep.
Can we go back to plan A and get Carl to do it?
Yeah, Carl's up for it.
Cool. Okay, can you action that?
Yeah. Action.
Remove my post as it's being sorted. The AutoGlass technician has been dismissed, and what's happened today has gone to the highest manager. So
dismissed?
So does that mean that the manager who's like on the top story? Or the tallest manager?
I don't know. Gosh, but really?
John, or is that...
That's astonishing.
Or is there an AutoGlass manager who's like the president in the event of a nuclear war, who live on an aeroplane, just constantly circles?
I don't know. I'm
Did you know that that's what happens?
What?
That in the event of a nuclear war, the President of the United States moves into an aeroplane.
No, I'm too busy thinking about Joe's car at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering what the AutoGlass technician could possibly have done to end up losing his job. Because that's quite...
Well, I'd like to know that as well. Now, all I can tell you from the earlier post was that...
I thought you were going to go straight back into the nuclear war thing then.
The AutoGlass man was...
AutoGlass? That's what you just said then.
Yeah.
You slipped into a bit of northern.
Oh, right. The AutoGlass man was a word, 4-letter word beginning with C, and had to be escorted from the premises.
Wow.
Joe said he actually had his arm up behind his back in an arm lock as he was taking him off the drive.
That's not the kind of thing that should ever be happening with people fitting windscreens.
So it did get physical.
Yeah. Ba ba bam, ba da da, bam bam ba ba ba. Right. So next step.
But what I don't know is what the AutoGlass man did.
No.
Did he try and fit a second green strip?
Did he try and? Ooh, yeah. This green strip isn't good enough.
He needs a double strip.
Yeah, that is interesting. Wow.
And if he's been dismissed, that's happened awfully quickly.
It has, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, normally there has to be a disciplinary.
Yeah, and a discussion.
Well, there has to be a disciplinary where the employee has a union member or other person with him and representing him during the disciplinary.
Do you reckon
Oh,
AutoGlass might be fobbing him off?
Joe has said, yep, dismissed. He has been fired. I've had the manager of the depot he came from call me. As is totally unacceptable what happened this morning.
Oh, right.
So he's going to have a case for wrongful dismissal because he's been dismissed not in the correct way. Hasn't gone through the correct procedure. So he'll have him for.
Well, Joe, I guess there's going to be some sort of upcoming video on this particular subject, isn't there?
Instant dismissal if it's physical violence, surely, says Grace.
Oh, is it the other way round?
Well, I don't know. Joe just said that he.
They can't dismiss Joe. They don't work.
Joe just said in his thing that Joe punched him twice and then stuck his hand up behind his back in an arm lock and marched him off the drive.
He punched him?
Twice, yeah.
This is a highly irregular screen fitting incident, isn't it?
It is. It's
Yeah.
not the sort of thing you'd expect. No, I've had AutoGlass out to do my windscreen.
And you didn't punch him once?
No, no. And that was on Stigford, of course. Now, I did have an issue.
Did you?
Yeah, they brought the wrong windscreen out.
Oh, the one that didn't have the thing for the... Oh, no, it did have the thing for the dimming mirror, didn't it?
Yeah. It had the thing for the dimming mirror, which Stigford hasn't got. And so I would have been entitled to have, punched him in the mouth. but oh, I've got it in an email if you would like to see it. It has been dealt with properly. Oh, that's good. They had my CCTV footage, so there was no way of the technician lying.
Wow.
Ah.
Yeah, but I mean, what we're all intrigued by is...
Yeah, but
if
they've got that CCTV footage,
yeah,
that means that Joe could be done for assault.
not if it's self-defence.
Oh, well, that's what we don't know.
Yeah.
We still don't know what the AutoGlass man did for Joe to punch him. And for him then to get fired.
Yeah, it's an unusual situation, that's for sure.
It's very unusual.
It stopped us in our tracks, and we're trying to do a business plan, and instead we're talking about punching and kicking and AutoGlass.
I don't think he kicked him.
Well, that would have been the next step, wouldn't it?
Oh, but maybe the AutoGlass man kicked Joe.
Maybe, yeah. Well, yeah. So, what next? A Land Rover.
Oh yeah, Land Rover. So you're going to get Carl to...
Yep.
And I, for my part, I will organise the finance for that.
Right, okay. And organise the man to buy it.
That's...
Hopefully. Yeah.
That's just an idea in my head.
Yeah, always not... It's a secret idea still.
No, it's not a secret idea.
Right.
It's just that the man in question knows nothing about it.
Oh, right,
and might very well not be remotely interested.
That's one of your tricks, though, isn't it? Selling cars to people that don't realise that they want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. My idea is to use it on one episode of the Welsh Stink.
Yeah.
So take it to the mountains, and you know, worst case scenario, it's a really good sales video for it. You know, if it does good numbers, then you know it's a car that's for sale, that's appeared on a hopefully popular video. The other idea is just my little bit of fanciful thinking. Not impossible.
That's the bit I can't remember.
Do AutoGlass do side window fitment? Asks Bev Coles. As in MGF driver's window letting in water. Well,
They don't do that, don't
have you tried winding it up?
they? What? Taking the mickey out of it for not being any good at stopping water from coming in. You useless piece of glass you are. I don't think the glass is going to make any difference unless it's non-existent.
What happened then? Asked True Crime UK. Oh, far too much to explain on a message, says Joe. But short version, the bloke was a complete arrogant arse and had an argument over something that had nothing to do with him, and then lying about what screen. Oh, what screen he had on board, and then ended up refusing to fit it. Interesting.
Yeah.
And Trey says it doesn't matter. Joe could call him a pedalo cult, and Glassman cannot get physically violent. Well, we don't know if he got physically violent, do we?
Well, we do.
Do we?
Well, because he got instant dismissal, didn't he?
Well, apparently, yeah, but
That's what you get for punching and kicking.
you still wouldn't get instant dismissal.
You're more likely to.
You'd get an instant suspension, and you'd get a relatively instant.
Coughing.
Begins with D. Disciplinary.
Right.
But there has to be, even for gross misconduct, there has to be a disciplinary meeting, and they have to give you notice for it by law, and by law you're entitled to representation. Ask me how I know.
Perhaps, I could ask you, and you go into it, and then the live stream would be over because it would take far too long for you to explain it, and we'd never get to the end of our business meeting.
Well, there is that. I would just say, well, I was sacked for gross misconduct, so I know.
Well, we all know that.
I know how it happens.
Perhaps he was an agency worker.
You can appeal the dismissal, says Trace, but if he's only been there 2 years, he doesn't have to get notice given. Well, I'm not sure that's correct. I'm pretty sure that. Okay, right, back to business.
Well, we're still only on the cars that we have and what we're doing with them next.
Oh yeah, so right, you're
Are
going
there
to
any other
sort that.
cars? Oh yeah, there is. There's Christine, the press release car, which seems to be the one that's being forgotten about at the moment. Maybe that's because it's not in the yard to be seen.
I'm going to suggest for Christine
eBay.
eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good idea.
So how about next Monday? We get to, or have we already got some nice pictures?
I've got some okay pictures of it. We could always take some nicer pictures of it.
Okay.
Next Monday, it will be out of tax though, because I've taxed it for this month. I don't.
Oh, next Monday's the 1st, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have to clean it and take it somewhere appropriate. It's only the outside pictures for that anyway.
Oh! But of course, it's been broken for parts now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Somebody sent me a link to it, and so I messaged the chap who's breaking it, and I said, "Oh, hello. I wondered if you could help me." And he just disappeared. So he obviously realised that it was, under my supervision, really.
Right. And Fred the Shed.
Fred the Shed, that's the one. The divisive Rover 75.
Yeah.
Is that the last one? It's not, is it? Surely not.
Well, there's Minge Bag and
Minge.
Lewis Hamilton.
Oh yeah, of course. Now I tend to forget about those two because they're not in the yard.
Yeah, and I'm happy for you to forget about them.
Well, because you want to keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not bothered about Lewis Hamilton.
Right. Good. Because
That can go up for immediate sale.
okay. Well, let's do that then.
Okay.
Uh,
eBay?
could do.
Or should we give them a chance of on Facebook and just video talk first?
I reckon we might as well do that first. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no desperate rush. Fred the Shed then.
Right.
This is the difficult one. This is the difficult one because I've Fred's been a good yard dog in many ways, hasn't he? He's done some good things, and he's done some bad things, and he never looks grateful. And he's a scruffy bugger, but he's also not very appealing.
Is he running at the moment?
Yeah. But it reminds me of a dog that is just a bit too old to keep.
How about putting him up for sale for a week at scrap money?
Right.
Or just over?
Yeah.
Give him a chance.
The chance that I think that car deserves because of is actually the fact that its body is solid. And that is an unusual thing for 75. And the rear suspension, which is expensive to replace and fit, is all good. That's two things that make it better than many of them like that.
Okay.
Better than the cars that look better than that. That's the thing. So I think something like that might be a better idea than, as much as I quite like to hang on to it and have it as a tool and then possibly a trailer tugger. Unless I'm going to directly buy it off the company.
A trailer tugger sounds like sounds like a hooker who specialises in hand jobs in America, living in one of those caravan things and operating her business from there.
Well, if you use the word
this way for the trailer tugger,
trailer tugger for a lady in those circumstances, you'd probably be fully understood.
you'd have to be really, really talented to get somebody to pay for a hand job, wouldn't you? I mean, a blow job, yeah. Sex, obviously.
But everyone's got their own hands.
But
Is that what you're saying?
well, I mean, it would. Yeah, I mean, would you pay for a? I mean, all right, it's.
Why do you always bring the conversation around to this kind of level?
I don't know.
I don't know either. This is exactly the kind of thing you need to cut out of your videos, and then maybe more people will like you.
Yeah, good point.
Let's agree on that then. So,
Okay.
Are there any other cars for us to talk about? Current cars? I don't think there are there?
No, I think that's it.
That must be it, right. It doesn't seem like that many though there.
It was a fair few.
Yeah.
About 8, 7.
That's 3. 2 green 25s, the blue one and the white one. We talked about those. The Land Rover, Fred the Shed, and the 623. Yeah, that's all. The only thing that's left now are mine. So, anyway, that's just a discussion on what we can do with these particular cars.
Yeah.
What we should do, what we plan to do, and what we've decided to do, rather than just ignoring it and hoping that the problem will go away.
Yeah.
What else? What's our next thing that we need to put into place so to make sure we don't end up with cars sat around for any great length of time in the future? Well,
Right.
one thing could do, we could always sell them all at a loss so that we can't possibly be in business any longer because the secret banker will fall out with us, and then we don't have a choice. How about that?
That's an option. Let's keep that as plan B.
Right.
Right, so yeah, moving forward.
Anything new that we happen to have a fancy for, we're going to bring it straight in If it hasn't got an MOT for some reason, it goes straight for an MOT.
Yeah.
First job.
Yeah.
Anything that does need
Any
doing,
work that needs doing, it gets booked in immediately.
Yeah. Right. And not by me.
And not by you.
No, by you.
Oh no, right.
I'll let you. I'll let you be the bookie man.
Yeah.
From one manager to another, as you said before to Mark.
Well, you said that, not me.
No, I think that's what you should have said.
Now, see here, we're both managerial types. Right, yeah, so, yeah, I mean, some jobs you can do. Other jobs you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Because apart from anything else, because it's not fair.
You should have seen his expression then. It actually looked like you really meant that.
I do mean it.
Right.
I genuinely do mean it. I don't believe in being unfair to partners.
Okay.
I believe in being very unfair to employees. You know, that's the kind of thing that good businesses are built on.
Yeah, supposedly.
But not your partners.
Yeah. Well, the problem with partners, of course, is that unless you're doing exactly the same thing, you're never going to be equal, are you?
I've just cogitated. Sally, you were saying all things being equal.
I don't know. You are a very distracting chap, you know.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It wasn't meant as a compliment.
And you're a very sexy man.
That you meant that.
Oh, yeah. I'm very secured in my sexuality.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
So it wouldn't make me feel uncomfortable to notice that another man had an allure.
Right.
It's
So
just
can you look at other men and I'm doing it now, just getting distracted from... Do you know what? You're the businessman here, you're the salesman, but I'm the one that always tries to bring things back into line so we keep having a proper conversation. And then I got distracted by doing the same kind of thing as what you're doing myself. So I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Okay.
Because it would be another distraction.
Right.
It's kind of on my mind now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Is there anything else that we want to...
What was it I was saying that was the distraction and now we're not going to talk about?
About being secure in your sexuality.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
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 And then you were going to say, so does that mean you could look at another man and...
Yeah, and get an erection.
Oh, no.
No.
God, I would worry about that.
Would you? Oh, no, would you?
Honestly, yeah.
Just explain it to yourself. It's fine. He's obviously a very attractive man. Just because I can't get my penis to go back down doesn't mean I want to do anything with him.
That would be really seriously worrying. Now, as you know, I had an amazing night out at the Flying Handbag and Pink Flamingo, a gay pub and a gay club in Blackpool.
Yeah.
Now,
last week?
It wasn't last week. It wasn't even last decade, I don't think. Now, towards the end of the night, I was quite drunk. I was very drunk, let's be honest. I danced with some very attractive men, right? Now, if I'd have got an erection,
yeah,
fucking hell, that would have...
Well, you was drunk, wasn't you? And that's probably the only thing that saved you.
Well, no, because we had sex when we went back to the hotel. Why is that funny?
You had sex with a man?
No! With the woman that I was there with. I went with a woman, you berg. We just happened to spend the night in a gay pub and club.
What are you doing making that squeaky noise there?
I'm trying to push my hemorrhoid back up.
I've heard,
I've
heard that sound before while sat on a bus.
Have you?
Oh. Maybe that's why I don't like public transport.
God, that...
The sound of hemorrhoids being pushed back into place by the wrinkly grey old finger of the lady sat next to me.
Imagine if I had got an erection. And that would have been... Well, we talked about a moment like that before. That moment when you think, God, I could be gay.
Really?
Yeah, so thank goodness I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, so
But it just goes to show, you know, that if you were going to get an erection over a man, that would be the time that you'd do it. And there was a stripper in the pub.
what, male stripper?
Yeah.
Right. Well, he was stripping males.
No, he was stripping himself.
Right.
And he was a male.
Right. And did you watch?
Yes.
Did you like it at all?
Not in the least, because you know that a stripper will always pick on one person.
Yeah, and it was you.
Too. And it was me. Yeah.
So who's the gayest looking man in here?
Oh, and that's what it was.
No, it won't be that. It will be, it'll scan around, see many of the men that clearly are gay because they've got the correct type of moustache.
Yeah.
And looked at you and thought, he's not gay yet. Let's see if I can help him out.
Plus the fact that I'm with a woman. Although that could be a cunning double bluff.
Could be your sister.
Yeah. It could be my gay friend and we're both out cruising.
Yeah, cruising, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or it could be that, you know, in order to not get the attention from the other gay men, you take a lady out with you so that your boyfriend at home isn't jealous.
Right, yeah.
Or it could, but let's not go through all the possibilities.
It was a great night.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Isn't this the kind of podcast thing that you was talking about?
Yes.
It could be just like this,
Yes.
couldn't it?
Yeah, this
Actually,
is what I was saying.
I'm sorry. Actually, normally live streams we do tend to talk to the people that are talking to us a bit,
Yeah.
but we've just been having a good, honest conversation.
We have, yeah.
We should do this more often.
This is actually genuinely how our business meetings go. So if any of you question our business, then this is why it ends up the way it does.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to know why or whose fault it is, you can make your own mind up much better having seen this conversation.
Oh dear. That was a great night. But yeah. People must have that then. There must be people who think they're straight and then suddenly they dance with a gay member of the same sex and get an erection. It happened in the Archers. Right?
We don't need to bring the Archers into this.
Well, we do actually, because what's her name?
Jeffrey.
No, Pip. Right? She's got a child, always been straight, found herself in a tent with a lesbian. They got a little bit drunk, tried a little bit of lesbianics, and she found out, hey, this is great. This is better than being with a man. So she had no idea until she accidentally tried some lesbianics and found that, hey, great.
Yeah, she got molested.
Yeah. So, I mean, it must happen quite a lot.
What, because it was in the Archers?
Well, yeah, because, you know, the Archers is representative of life as a whole, isn't it? They wouldn't put something in there that never happened.
Well, they might do. Sure, what's creativity? Isn't it making up things that haven't happened before? Not just copying the things that have happened everywhere.
Yeah, but soap operas are supposed to be reminiscent of real life, aren't they? So
It's just the easiest way of making them.
well,
write a
no,
script.
so it makes them approachable to people.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry, how can you have a leso scene in a radio show? Wouldn't there just be a lot of eating noises? Yeah, pretty much.
I reckon maybe all women would prefer other women, actually.
Well,
They get on better.
now, in the Archers, last night, no, not last night, Friday night, then the two lesbians who are now in a committed relationship, they celebrated something by going to bed. And then it kind of didn't go into any details. It just went on to the bit afterwards when they were hugging.
Right. Isn't this a caravan roof attractive? Just the shape of it. Have you ever thought about that? Just how lovely it is, how these lines just are so smooth and they just curve over like that, and they
It is very
curve
nice.
and push in. It looks like some real design thoughts gone into that. Now,
You'd-
what were we talking about?
You'd miss out on that if you were tugging trailer, wouldn't you? Whereas if you were shagging trailer, you'd be looking at it all the time.
Tugging the
Unless
trailer.
you went on top, and then you'd be looking out the window.
Yeah.
I suppose you'd go on top, wouldn't you, if you were being paid for it? I suppose
You should do, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be your duty to do the work, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah. You shouldn't, take the money and then just lie there and let somebody else. Right, let's right, Hedgehog, what do you reckon we should do?
It'd be like being paid to do the gardening, and you just lie there on a sun lounger while somebody else does it. And that's not how it works. I have gardeners. I'd be very annoyed if they did that.
Gosh, you have a gardener.
I have 2 gardeners.
Right. Do you have a cleaner as well?
Not anymore.
Right.
I wish I did, but my cleaner worked part-time at the hospital, and then they asked her to go full-time. And so she stopped cleaning for me. And I haven't managed to find another woman that does since.
Right, I've got the Hedgehog of truth, and I'm going to ask myself a question which I have to answer honestly.
Okay.
Okay. Would we like Boaty to change the subject and get back to business? Yes. Oh, he's well cute, Hedgehog. Aren't you? You're a cute little Hedgehog of truth, aren't you? Hey, look at him. When he's there like that, it looks like he's like a proper little, lovely little furry thing that just wants to be your friend, and he's all huggy and clingy and things like that. Try him.
Until he steals your keys.
There's a point, actually.
He looks like a skinhead.
Oh, it's too cute for that.
Yeah, but he could be a racist. He could be the kind of skinhead nationalist who goes around beating up anybody who's the wrong shade of brown.
Right, so next, when it comes to buying cars and actually collecting them and things like that, should we have a rule about going long distances for cars that we don't end up buying?
Yeah.
Right, so where did we go wrong? How many times have we done this? We went to Bedford to possibly buy a 416, that white one.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot about that
I was
one.
excited about that.
Yeah, because that looked lovely in the pictures.
Yeah.
And the 620 looked good in the pictures. Was there another one we went a distance for?
Liverpool.
Liverpool, yep. That was not as far though, at least. We also went to... we went over the hills that way for that ZT190.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a colossal piece of shit.
I would have bought that.
You wouldn't have got it back. You wouldn't have driven it back anyway. And then finally there was
Is there another one?
There was the MGF in Coventry.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 5.
That is 5.
5. Were there even any more? I don't know.
But that still means that well over 50% of the ones we've gone for have been good enough to buy. Or they've not been good enough to buy, but we bought them anyway.
Right. But what we really don't want is another day out coming back empty-handed. So what can we really do
We
to stop
probably need to take more effort to avoid it.
that? Right.
But I think we also have to be aware that there's always the possibility of it happening.
Yeah.
'Cause
That 600, I wasn't getting the information, enough information, and it was really just a case of it's first come, first serve. But with it being family owned for so long and stuff like this, and this woman just seemed a bit like she can't be asked with all the people that have been contacting her about it.
Yeah.
But
I
we took a gamble on that, thinking it's probably going to be a really nice car. And there's every chance it could have been an entirely different situation.
Yeah, to be honest, going back, I'd make the same decision.
Right.
And I'm not putting that one on you. I said, come on, we need to go and do this. So I was as much into it as you.
Right, well that's one example of something where we both end up thinking, oh shit, if we'd have known, if we'd have got the pictures in the first place, we wouldn't have gone down there at all. You didn't even want to speak to him.
Oh, that's not. Look.
Cold? It's got stuff in there.
It's got. I put stuff in there, didn't
Yeah.
I? Yeah. I'm thinking, oh, there's a bit of drink left in that, and there isn't.
Right, so we can accept that there will be occasions where we will get it completely wrong. We'll have a whole wasted day, and we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves as to put ourselves in handcuffs and beat each other around the bonds with a truncheon.
Yeah. I think so. To mitigate the to mitigate it if and when it does happen, we go in the most economical car, drive economically, so we've wasted as little money as possible and have a really good laugh.
Yeah, right, okay. So that being the important thing, which we did have.
It was a
Yeah.
great day.
we did a lot of things right there then.
Honest to God, that Leicester trip, elements of that will live with me for the rest of my life. I mean, that guy tried to flog us to fit. I just remember walking away when you went to knock on that wrong door. I just thought, I can't be around this. I need to be watching this, but from a distance. And I just walked slightly up the road. I thought, I can't be part of this.
You're just not as brave as me, are you?
And then I witnessed you knocking on the wrong door, asking about the car. The guy not having a clue what you were talking about. He was just vaguely aware that you wanted to buy something, so he tried to sell you his fridge. And then you knocked on the next door, where the little 112-year-old Asian woman answered the door, didn't speak English. And you tried to explain that you'd come to view a car that was there when we got there, but then by the time we parked up, had gone. They saw
us coming.
They saw us coming and drove off. Oh dear. Yeah, that was brilliant. No, I mean, it's going to happen, isn't it? You know, sometimes you've got to be in it to win it. And that means that sometimes that you're not going to hit the jackpot.
No.
Happens. You know, at the end of the day, how much did we lose on any of those? 20 or 30 quid in fuel?
Well, there's that and the...
and time, of course.
The day, yeah.
But, you know, let's face it.
If we're looking at it in YouTube terms, then it's not lost at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that
So
okay.
I probably made a tenner on that video.
Well, so that's what we need to do then. We just need to grow our channels so that
we can do stuff like that even more often.
Even more often,
yeah.
And we earn a couple of £100 each from it.
Yeah.
My goal...
We could be called the failure guys.
My goal by the end of this summer is I want one video to earn £500 within the first couple of weeks.
That is quite an ambitious goal.
It is, considering that the most that one of my videos has earned within the first couple of weeks has been 12p.
No, it's not. It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
At 24 minutes past 6, it's probably time we started either having another cup of tea or doing some going, I reckon.
You want another cup of tea?
I just want another cup of tea.
Have another cup of tea and I'll have half a fag. And I'll read through some of the comments.
Right, I'm going to do that then.
Good afternoon, says Ashley Stewart. Evening, oh lanky one and oh hairy one. How the devil are we? And have you just had lunch or is Boaty just nibbling the foil? We had lunch earlier, Trace.
It's getting a bit dark in here as well.
I need to go to all messages. I forgot to do that.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that was my foot.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Oh, I know.
Oh, it looks like I was wrong. They can be instantly dismissed if they've been there for less than 2 years. I've been there for more than 2 years, so that was why they must have done that with me. Oh, Simone was fired from a job in 1999 for going to hospital after an accident.
We're doing a live stream.
Who are you talking to?
Me.
Oh.
Be careful on these bricks.
Oh, right. Right, apparently the bricks are a bit dodgy. People are congratulating Mustard on reaching 1,000 subscribers on his Mustard in the Kitchen channel. Am I up to a phone call? I'm not set up for it here, but I will be taking phone calls on tonight's live from 10 o'clock onwards. And the more phone calls, the better. Oh, Ashley had to go. some of these I'm probably better off not reading out. Item 1, Archer Lezzos. Item 2, Fred the Shed. Item 3, Pottering. Name of the trip's collection calamities might be setting up for karmic failure. Well, I think they're probably called acquisition adventures, aren't they? Right, darlings, Mustard's gone to make a cup of tea. I'm going for. There will now be a short intermission while I have half a cigarette or so. Talk amongst yourselves. And then we'll be back for a quick 20 minutes or something before we bugger off. Because it's still actually light, believe it or not. And believe it or not, we've had quite a productive day today. Oh, I tell you what, you need to be careful on these bricks. Oh, look, I can see them. Hello. Yeah. We could do a 24-hour live in the bar. Although other people who use it might not believe it.
They've got cuts on their hands, it stings.
Oh no, I'm thinking about the water on the Indian Dock.
Oh. Oh, that good. There it is. Hedgehog hasn't taken them.
Look! Is there any coffee left?
Yeah.
Oh, can I have coffee? Oh yeah. We'll come back and just finish off 10 minutes. Oh, I'll come up and do it. I'll come up. Okay, darlings, we will be back in a couple of minutes. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. Well, Mustard has his tea. Okay. Right, come here, you. Oh. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Take you with me. So, there's some stuff. That is the lavatory of last resort. There's the caravan. You see that? There it is. Oh, and then I have to clamber. See what I mean? Right obstacle course to get to that caravan. Poor old Brian. Here's Rodney. Janet Jackson. Oh, can't show you that cat. Wet Leg, Nigel, whatever the Land Rover's called. There's Windsor Davis over there. Andy Pandy here. Could always try flogging that number plate.
Yeah. Well, the car still have an MOT, doesn't it?
I don't think it does anymore.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
I know that that always used to be the case,
It doesn't have an MOT.
but I'm sure I heard that it's not the case now.
Maybe it's not. That man's coming to visit us with his greenback.
Oh, I wish he was. Mind you, it'd just be beer for you. Nobody brings me anything.
Beer.
I mean, they do.
Everybody's welcome
But-
to... Do you know what he's just done? He's just put his tripod on the top of Toby Charles.
Yeah, it's rubber.
Yeah, but it's rubber. You stuck it on there and pushed it.
Oh,
He's not been moving it now. You already put it on there.
It's-
It's great lanky turd.
it's rubber. How's it going to hurt anything? And it's not as if Toby Charles
Don't do that!
It's not as if the roof is
Is Joe
unmarked.
Still, is Joe still here?
I don't know. Joe, are you still there?
Joe will tell you off proper big style for that.
Careful, music from next door. There isn't any music next door at the moment.
No, he's gone. He's gone.
Is he a real gone kid?
Eh?
Is he a real gone kid?
Yeah.
Cause you're a real gone kid. Maybe that baby. 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 And do what I should have done. Cause you're a real
Is that your cabaret singer?
Yeah,
Thing.
club singer.
Club singer, yeah.
Name a song and I will sing it in the club singer style.
Okay, how about Rome,
Or do you want me to sing a song and you have to guess what it is?
Rome if you want to.
Oh, that's one of my favourite songs. That is by a group called the B-52s
Yeah.
and it's off the album Cosmic Thing.
Cosmic thing, yeah.
And it goes a little something like this. I hear a wind whistling, whispering in my ear. You did the instrumental bit. Dun, 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 dun.
I can't do it off of that. I mean, I was thinking of the tune, but I got...
The heart
Different tune after
mercury, shining pretty gray. Take a trip to hip, rocking through the wilderness, around the world, the tripping hands with a
Is that it? Is that
no, that's a different song.
Is it?
Well, that wasn't Rome.
I thought it was.
Oh, I didn't recognise it. Maybe I was just hearing badly. Okay,
You're
well,
certainly singing badly.
would you like... Okay, well, give me, in the style of the club singer,
Making plans for Nigel.
no, give me Lip Up Fatty by Bad Manners.
All right, could you do Lip Up Fatty by Bad Manners?
No, I'm asking you to do it.
All right.
I might join in.
I can't remember how it goes. Lip Up Fatty.
You can't remember Lip Up Fatty?
I remember the name.
Nothing wrong with being fat, is there? Nothing wrong. Lip Up Fatty. Da, 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 da. Little fatty reggae. Oh, okay. Right, I'll give you a van.
A van?
A van.
What, coming in here?
Coming in here.
It's Mike.
It's Mike.
Mike's here. Little fatty and talk on back, take a deal. Oh, hello.
Hello. Okay, give us Frank Sinatra's My Way in the style of the club singer.
Well, that would just sound like Sid Vicious's version, wouldn't it?
Would it?
Or was it Sid Vicious or Johnny Rotten that did it?
I don't know. Fucking hell. You're not getting booked again.
Too late. The cruise is not nearly even over.
Oh God, could you imagine going on a cruise where we were the entertainment?
Well done.
And they had us for a month. As in a church, as in a steep hill, here and in May.
Do you want the spoon with the bent over bit on the end?
Yes, please. Happy and smiling, and I can hear in the earth voices sing. It's your Ave, it's your Maria. I cleaned my big tank, changed all the water the other day.
Yeah.
That's not a job you want to do, do
I need to clean on. But one at home I just do every week. I just take out about 15 or 20% and then scrape the algae off.
Yeah.
Put it back up. You're not supposed to take all the water out
No, you're not.
because the good bacteria in the tank will go with it, and that will make the fishes very unhappy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they won't thank you for it. They'll start saying, "We won't thank you for this, Mr. Owner of us. Careful with that cup."
And that's why, for the same reasons, you shouldn't clean all of your lavatory.
Is it?
Yeah.
You shouldn't clean all of your lavatory because you want some bacteria left in there.
Yeah, 20% of it you should leave.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well known fact.
Are you talking about a septic tank?
No, I'm talking about a lavatory.
Right. So you want some bacteria left in your lavatory.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't use bleach on it.
You can use bleach,
Right.
but not on 20% of it.
Right. So you leave like a square 20%.
Yeah.
Where the germs can carry on.
A shape of your choice.
Right.
But it has to be surrounded by bleach so that they're trapped on the island.
Right. Yeah. They're trapped,
Yeah, they're trapped on Germ Island.
so they can't then go across and
Well, they
fill
can't.
the rest of the toilet with germs.
But they can't multiply.
Right.
It's like, you imagine that you've got 30, say you've got 100 very fertile women
Oh, yeah.
and 200 very fertile men. And then, leave them alone for 5 years, you can have a lot of babies, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right. So, but if you had them on an island with very limited space, they'd stop having babies at some point.
Yeah.
Or the babies would fall into the sea and drown.
Yeah.
So that would be a way of limiting the population.
Yeah. Well, population can never really be that high, can it? It's impossible. It's very difficult to overpopulate.
Unless they built like a tower block.
It had a lot of tower blocks and plenty of food being produced by somebody who's really good at making food.
Oh, yeah.
So where are we going with this now? What was the point of this?
We're going back to the caravan.
Why?
Because that's where my iPad is, so I can read the comments. I can't read the comments here.
But we're about to finish anyway.
Oh, well,
It's
okay.
bedtime.
Oh, well, in that case, let me go and get the iPad.
All right.
So I need to read the comments. You entertain them.
It's bedtime for Boaty and his iPad. Bedtime for Boaty and his Andy McNabb. That's his favourite book. Right. So now that he's gone, let's say, let's keep a close eye on this chap, and he doesn't keep blaming me for all of our business mishaps. And then maybe we can actually get somewhere more useful with it. He'll be doing a live stream tonight. Oh, right, okay. It's funny actually having somebody else's phone there. I can see messages coming through. It's quite uncomfortable actually. It's rather uncomfortable as well. Boaty's bedtime stories. Ooh, oh gosh. Time. Will he be doing some of that later? I'm sure he will be doing. Oh, it says he'll be doing a 2-hour live stream tonight. So that'll be something to look forward to. Personally, I won't be doing because Simon. I'm gonna give Simon a plug on here actually. Simon, what's it called? You know, the Smashing Turtles, Smashing Pistons. He'll be doing a quiz tonight at the same kind of time I will be doing a live stream, and I don't want to step on his toes. So, not that it would make that much difference anyway, but I do feel a bit mean about it. Apparently, I've done it a couple of times where he's had a live stream already set up, and I've gone and done one and not even known, and then I feel bad about it. And I don't want to feel bad about such things. I want to feel good about things, and currently I don't. So that's not going to work, is it? What will work though is we're going to go in a minute. Gosh, my toes are hurting. I've got 2 toes. I've got like something in between my toes. One of them's like pushing against it really, really quite hard all the time. And so if I walk, I just get pain. That means that I'm less encouraged to do walking around, which is of course not good. Oh, we'll miss you and chat later. Whilst I'm in Boaty's live stream, I might as well do one of these. Hadn't I? Make you feel at home. I know he's got to anyway. Seems to take ages with anything. And personally, I've got to start packing some things up.
I've heard that.
What? That fart?
Yes.
Did you?
Outrageous.
I don't know about that.
Right, you're going to lose your
What?
stuff if I'll put it on the sunroof.
If I lose my stuff,
Yeah.
you mean am I going to be annoyed with you?
Oh, Neil's here.
Is he?
Hello, Neil.
Huh? Oh,
Do you see what I mean about having a second device?
yeah, yeah. I do
Isn't that
myself.
easier?
That's actually quite a bit bigger. That yeah. I could read that. Picture's a bit blurry though, isn't it?
It was excellent.
That looked like he was grabbing hold of my shoulder, then, but he wasn't.
I wasn't, no.
No, that was really rather strange.
Appearances can be deceptive.
Cornish tea, yeah.
Where's my coffee? Ah, here we are. Oh, lovely. Cheers, darlings. Your very good health.
Mustard and honest question. What's your thoughts on some of the comments on the Mustard in the Kitchen Live? A nice, hey, what's that say there?
And
Nice
nice
bottom
bottom burr.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying. Some of the comments on Mustard in the Kitchen Live.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on some of the comments that you get on your live streams?
Well, I'm there at the time, aren't I?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of answered them at the time.
Well, over to you. I mean, I can't comment on your...
No, don't mind looking at you. I should be looking at this.
I can't comment on your live streams. I don't watch them.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know, Andrew. I forget all about them afterwards. Is there one in particular that you're thinking of?
Oh, and Neil says he's got a spare Samsung tablet. You might want to reply to Neil. He's offering you something nice.
Oh gosh, yes. Yes, I've got 2 Samsung tablets. Do you want one to make your lives easier for lives? Well, yeah. I mean, blimey, yeah, I would actually. That would really be very, very useful indeed. And that's very generous. very, very much used to Neil and his generosity.
Neil is too nice.
He is, yeah. I'm starting to wonder when the egg's going to crack.
Weirdo.
Will there come a point where Neil suddenly stops being nice and turns up at the yard with his hands out and says, right, payback time? Payback.
See,
Has anyone, what?
I've hugged Neil
Yeah.
more than once.
I think it's saying more than me.
No, I've hugged Neil more than once, and I can confirm here, live, I did not get an erection. And I like to think neither did he. I've hugged you and I didn't get a lob on.
That's not what it felt like to me. Next time, just be careful what you've got in your pocket then.
Mate, I'm not tiny. And I know that you're not tiny. Now, we could never be gay. Because if we both had simultaneous excitements, we wouldn't get closer than this to each other.
Do you reckon?
There'd be an automatic exclusion zone.
Well, that we're about 5.
Unless we edged in backwards.
Yeah, we're about 5 foot from each other there, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you are well known for,
My third leg.
yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't
Isn't
know.
that funny? The Gibbonators message has been held for review.
Oh, has it?
For just showing an aubergine.
I did, Jason. Oh dear.
No eggs cracking if you're in air biscuits like that.
You know what some of my favourite times with Neil have been?
Uh,
You know you have those special like late night dude times.
when were you hugging him?
When we go out at a hotel. If we're at a hotel and we go out for the late night smoke or vape together.
Yeah.
And I think, oh, this is quality time, this is.
Yeah. No, it makes me wish I smoked. We
And it
go
also
we
means
can go
that-
for a smoke together.
If I've got Neil with me, it means I'm not going to end up sliding off a dodgy Liverpudlian.
And you gonna say that?
Oh dear. Have you-
Anteaters. Oh, it's.
Have you got any plans for a community meetup?
No, not yet.
Uh,
Like I said, it's these anteaters, you know, well endowed. Who knew?
I bet that was Trace.
No,
Oh, who?
it was Andrew Buttigeek.
Oh,
The trouble is,
Mr. Boaty.
any one of your viewers would say something like that. Oh gosh.
It's only because I happened to mention on a video that, well, we had a mutual discovery that we were fellow anteaters.
I don't remember that conversation.
That's what happens with trauma, you block it out.
I reckon so. It's time. It's
That
time.
was actually my favourite copy
Well
of
then,
the
my
day.
lovelies, it's time for us to go. And I do hope you have a lovely, safe and peaceful evening. 1 key, 2 key.
How do you finish your live streams?
Uh,
I could never stick around till the end.
I know you don't know.
So how do you finish them?
Uh,
Have you got a finish now, or do you still do the low key? Right, I'm off now.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't like to give any warning.
Have you not developed like a big celebrity ending? Trace will tell you that you should have. Right then, darlings. Oh no, well, you wouldn't say that.
No.
Right then, that is it. Mustard is about to be over and out. But hey, like this live stream, subscribe to my channel and subscribe to my other channel. And
Boaty's World.
and why not, if you're watching me on a big screen, why not stroke my virtual penis and imagine what it would be like to stroke the real thing. Yeah, you might want to leave that bit out.
Oh, no mustard, that's in the way. Just says bye and pokes us in the face immediately. Oh yeah, because it's there. It's in the middle. You know you're going when you get a poke in the face. You just farted in my path.
I told you it was Trace.
I know you did.
I knew it. Okay, darling.
Oh, but Andrew Buttigieg actually thought I was being serious there. Right, I'll just put my keys away. But thank you for joining his live stream, and I'll see you in one of mine.
And I will see you later on at 10 o'clock for Monday Night Live. And it will be a full... and it will be a full phone-in job. And if I can think of any games or gimmicks or something for us to do together, I will think of it. I'll think about it on the way home. And if you've got any ideas, do let me know somehow. So that is it. It is 8 minutes to 7. I will be home by about 8:30, something like that. And there we are. So yeah, see you at 10 o'clock, darlings. Pachoo, and indeed, bosh, in it. Oh, thanks for watching and shit. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. My likes have just gone down. See, I knew you shouldn't say that. Right, I'm going. Goodbye.